Okay, you guys, we're back in the series of Detox, and I wanted to help you open up the pathways to make sure that your detox is doing what it's supposed to do. In this segment, we're talking about detoxing the gallbladder. The gallbladder is the underdog, and I like talking about that one because it's not talked about enough. We talked about the gut. We talked about the liver. If you guys did not see any of those videos, this would be a good time to go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you can find out when the next video is going to come out for the detox series. So the liver and the gallbladder, they play a huge part. It's like the baby for the liver because you can tell the baby what to do, when to do it, how to do it. So the gallbladder is responsible for taking what the liver is pushing out, which is collecting the toxins from out of the bloodstream, and it's sending it over to the gallbladder. The gallbladder is storing the toxins, the excess hormones that should not be in the body. One of the major ones is excess estrogen that liver tends to hold. And for people who eat a lot of products, dry products, non-fresh food, non-plant-based foods, there are a lot of estrogens inside of those products. Soy-based. And majority of the times, the soy that is in the products that we take in, or most people take in, is genetically modified, unfortunately, unless it's specified. I always talk about this. I always talk about soy not being administered to boys, but that's a different topic. We're going to focus on how the liver transfers those toxins over to the gallbladder and what the gallbladder actually does. And we're also going to talk about 3 things that are going to help you push the gallbladder to its limits when it comes to moving toxins out of the body and functionally properly. So be sure to hang it in there for the full video and like if this is going to help you or someone else. So let's get into it. When it comes to the gallbladder, the liver is sending the gallbladder toxins, hormones that's of excess, and also waste. So when it is sent over to the gall, it starts to clump up and creates this salt called bile that's actually an enzyme. So whenever you begin to eat anything that has some sort of fat in it, your body is going to be expecting you to give it healthy stuff. So we're going to always keep it in that space. That's inside of your gallbladder. It's collecting cholesterol as well. So if you're eating too much cholesterol, then you're going to have an overproduction of cholesterol, aka bile, that's going to turn into a possible stone, because if you don't release it enough, it actually hardens and get compact, and this is how the gallbladder can tend to get the issues that most people have with the gallbladder, and they have to get it removed. Unfortunately, I wish I can pass the message as far as it can go that would allow people to realize they don't have to extreme measures like that when they can just do simple home remedies that will keep their gallbladder in a healthy space. So once that gallbladder is releasing the bile, once you eat the fatty foods, it's going to take it and remove it and push it into the intestines. Your intestines, this is why it's important to keep the intestines descummed so the fat can be absorbed to the system. The fat is going to also hold, if you're eating good fats, it's going to hold vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. So if your gut is not open to receive these nutrients, then it's going to miss it. So in this healthy fat that the bile is actually carrying, it's carrying it because it has good nutrients in it too. Remember, we're eating healthy foods. So if you have good fats in your body, allow that bile to release properly so it can break it down and deliver the nutrients that the fat has. Later on, I will show you 3 things that's going to give you good fats so your gallbladder can operate properly. We're going to talk about some signs of a sluggish gallbladder as well. The gallbladder is very important. It has the actual enzyme that's going to transport everything out of the intestinal lining. This is how you maintain a healthy intestinal lining. It is going to help balance your hormones because it is keeping things eliminated. If that bile is not executed out of that gallbladder and sent to the intestines like it is supposed to, things are going to get stuck in that area. You have to get the gut to move things out. Your gut has to be descum. You have to have bile coming from the gallbladder excreting properly This is why I talk about enzymes, proper food pairing, because it all triggers the proper enzymes. So if your intestines are backed up, then it is going to cause you to have all of that stuff stored in that area. Your bowel is an antimicrobial. It helps get rid of bad bacteria. How? Once again, because it eliminates things. It takes waste out of the body. When it comes to your stool is going to show you if your bowel is functioning properly. Some signs that I'm going to share with you now is going to help you identify. One sign is your stool oily? Is your stool floating? And is your stool white? If you have some of these issues, you are having bowel issues. So in a nutshell, you don't want to jump into a detox protocol before you actually start really understanding or consulting with a holistic practitioner that really knows how to open up your detox pathways. This is why people can tend to get sick when they are detoxing. This is why some people actually fail. You don't want to just jump in detoxes because you don't really understand that the detox is never supposed to be off. What's really happening is that you're compromised in one of the systems or more, and your body is not naturally detoxing like it should. My effort is to help you see another way so you can take a different approach, so you can open things up properly, feed the organs what they really need in order to get them to fire off the way they ought to, not when you want them to. If you feel bloated when you eat, that's probably a bowel issue because there's too much fat, it's too heavy, and your bowel cannot be released to break that fat down. So now you're heavy and bloated or possibly nauseous. If you feel like your hormones are imbalanced and you're constipated at the same time, consider that can be an issue as well. Not just your bowel, but your gut being compromised because it cannot receive the nutrients because there's a blockage for it to be absorbed through your gut. This is why I always say de-scum your gut first. And at the end of the day, you have a healthy intestinal lining that will help your bowel do its job because there's no traffic jam. So what happens if the bowel is released back into the system? Well, all of that stuff that was collected, which was the fats, and let's just talk about if it was bad fats, it's going to, let's just talk about this. If it is getting released back into your system, that means that your intestines are not flowing like they should because it should not be getting released back then. But if it does, this is how you can get access issues for as fibroids, toxic blood, skin issues, liver issues, because now the liver is accumulating more than it should. Yeah. Hormone issues, obviously, because now your hormones are imbalanced because when they can't absorb, your intestines can't absorb the nutrients to keep your hormones balanced properly. That's going to help enzymes fire off like they should. You see how all of it is coming back. Brain fog because everything is convoluted. You can't think properly. I mean, especially if you're constipated, you're not going to be in your best state of mind knowing that things are not going the way you really want to. And also, brain fog can have a lot to do with extra parasitic and bacterial activities that's actually doing the thought pattern thinking for you. So you really have to open those pathways up. Also, the ripping of the intestinal lining, which goes back to gut issues. This is why I always say do the gut first, because if you don't do the gut first, you go into a detox or open up a detox that is not ready to release, you're going to bring all of that back in, the toxic waste, all of that stuff, and you'll have a high potential of actually tearing your intestinal lining. And now you've released a thing that's short and called BT toxins into the bloodstreams, which really is putting your body at a septic space. So it's very important for you to de-scum your gut first and foremost in that order, and then start to open everything else up so things can start firing off properly as it has the opportunity to release all the waste that is stuck in the gut. The bowel is a big deal. So don't do these type of detoxes without actually opening up. The bowel actually controls the outcome of a good detox in the gut. So do it right, y'all. So here are some indicators that's going to help you identify if you are possibly dealing with a sluggish gallbladder and your bowel is not releasing in a timely order. If you're fatigued, if you feel heavy after you finish eating foods, if you have some kind of discomfort under the rib cage after you finish eating, if you are nauseous after eating, if you have inconsistent bowel movements, a bitter taste in your mouth, those are some indicators that should make you want to consider doing a proper opening pathway for your gallbladder. Now let's talk about a few things that's going to help with that. We're going to talk about foods that can help with that, herbs that can help with that, and fats that will help trigger your bowel so it can execute like it's supposed to as an enzyme that your body needs. If you have a coated tongue, that is going to indicate that you have digestion issues, because as a holistic study, you can look at a person's tongue, which show you that you may be dealing with digestive issues based on looking at the tongue. So seeing a white tongue is another one. If your eyes are yellow or your skin is tinted, yellow has a high indication of liver issues. So if your liver is overtoxified because the toxins are being recycled into the body because the gut is not where it's supposed to be and the bowel is not able to break things down, it's going to go back and it's going to toxify your liver. And liver signs show up in the eyes with yellowness. Dark circles under the eyes is another indicator, because that has a lot to do with kidneys and also poor elimination. If you are not eliminating the kidney, next topic we're going to talk about, because it is the other side of the house that is in conjunction with the intestines, and the kidneys get rid of waste that is liquid. The bowel helps relieve waste that is stool, but it will show up in the eyes. Dark circles under your eyes, that can be a high indicator that you have bowel issues, which is basically elimination issues. If your skin turns into a tint, that's because bowel is not being released out of the body, but is being reabsorbed into the body. This is why you have to get the intestines to release whatever is stagnated in there so everything else can flow properly. You can't have one side of the ship working while the other side is not functionable. You're going to have a tilted hull. So we definitely want to make sure that the house is balanced properly so the house can get rid of all the trash versus moving the trash from one compartment to another. That's not what you want. If you guys feel that this information is helpful, please hit the like button. Don't leave me hanging. Let me know how I'm doing. Also, I have created an ultimate quick start detox guide that will have information just like this and much more inside of it. So if you really want to go step by step and also get all of the things that's going to really enlighten you, simple tips, simple tricks, things that's in your house that you probably would have never thought about considering, that can help you out, versus going to a place where you have to fill yourself up with more toxins. This is going to help you eliminate the toxins, help your body heal, help your skin heal, and you'll feel much better afterwards. The inflammation is going to relieve itself because you're relieving all the waste. So be sure to check out my ebook. It is the Ultimate Quick Start Detox Guide, and it has things in there that is going to blow your mind away, and it's going to help you stay accountable as well. It's going to have proper food pairing charts that's going to help you make sure you get those enzymes firing off the way it should, so you can have less bloat and also digest properly. This is going to show you how to pair up foods properly, easy ways to create fabulous meals, and you'll be surprised on how much money you save. So you guys be sure to get the book. Troubleshooting tips for your body and all. What kind of detox book actually give you troubleshooting tips for yourself? It gives you the vitamins that you pair up with so you don't go wrong. First is leafy greens. Leafy greens are bitters. Bitters actually stimulate the bowel. When you eat things like kale, arugula, which is one of my most favorite leafy greens, dandelion, these things help stimulate the bowel, the liver itself. Apples. Apples have natural pectin in it. The pectins are actual binders. So whatever it is that's floating that's not supposed to be is going to bind itself and eliminate itself out of the system because of its fiber. Turmeric. Turmeric is my holy grail. It is actually in my detoxer, and boy oh boy, when I tell you that stuff supercharged my intestines like no other, especially with the combination of the proper things that works with it. It really does wonder. This is why I say you really got to try the Descummer, because it is going to get your body on point and ready to receive, and you're going to see how much energy you get in. But I'm not talking about that right now, because you can go on to mydetoxer.com and find out more if you really want to learn about my Descummer. But in the meanwhile, turmeric is in my product, and it is something that I swear by. I also have a high grade medicinal type of turmeric in that product, just to tap on that. This is my source of turmeric. I couldn't move on without actually grabbing this bag. First of all, it's so cute and beautiful, right? It looked like it's supposed to do something nice to you, which it does. But this is a high medicinal grade turmeric and ginger. All the ingredients in here are natural. They are organic. They are sourced from the best soils and produced for specific reasons for healing, not to be sold in stores. It is specific for healing. The turmeric is used for healing and only healing. Turmeric and ginger. You can find out more about the video that I am going to release about how and where I source my ginger and turmeric from. So when you hear about turmeric being one of those bowel stimulators, you best believe, because it will do that. And this right here, yeah. This quick response tonic has done miraculous things for a lot of people. And I hope that you take the opportunity to try and see what it can do for you. And be sure to come back and let me know what you think about it. Detox.com, and I'll put a special discount for YouTubers. I'll put the link in the description so you can get it and be able to try it for a discounted price for my YouTube subscribers. Okay, but turmeric. Turmeric is one of those things that actually stimulate the bowel as well. So we want to make sure we can find some good turmeric or get a turmeric tea, but not all turmeric is made equal. But I mean, it's a start. Ginger, once again, it's in here. Ginger is another bowel stimulator. This is why this is so potent and powerful, and it does the job. Not only does it does the job, it also changes lab work. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a receiver of testimonies, but I have the high grade medicinal ginger and turmeric in this bag, amongst some other powerful simple ingredients like jujube that helps regulate blood sugar levels and also curb cravings. I have a story about that. We'll talk about it, and I'll tell you how I ran up on these ingredients. But I want to focus on what's going to help that bowel. So turmeric and ginger, let me help you out and add more to it so you can get a powerful Descummer and get that bowel going. Last but not least, beets. Boy, oh boy, beets. If I could put beets in my tonic, I would, but I don't want to do too much because I am a foodie. So, I mean, the food got to be good. The tea got to be good. Everything got to be good. And I don't think beets will taste good in that tonic. But you still can make a beet juice on your own. Beets help improve bowel flow and thinning. It stimulates the bowel. It helps move the bowel. So if you're a beet lover like myself, go ahead and do some beet juice and also the leaves. If this video was helpful, if you felt like it is shareable, go ahead and share it with someone that you truly care about who might have gallbladder issues. Some people gallbladder is removed. If it is and they need a little assistance, then be sure to reach out to me. If that's you or someone you love, reach out to me with the links in the description. You guys can sign up for a workshop. You can order the textbook, or you can set up a consultation with me and we can get to the bottom of it to find out how we can support a healthy bowel being excreted if your gallbladder is not there. And if you are stagnated and you are one of these people who are having certain issues and you see some of those indicators, don't be afraid to reach out. It is okay to do your research, but try not to do this on your own. If you happen to decide to do your own research, my best suggestion as a holistic practitioner online that is here to help give you some information to consider, go for the Ultimate Quick Start Detox Guide. It is a e-consultation wrapped in a book. Hours and hours of putting things together so you can open up pathways without having to constantly buy protocols, detox, different things that is not going to help you or has not been helping you. You feel like you gave up. Try the ebook, and the ebook will give you better insight without having to come out of your pocket, because most of the stuff might be in your home. So try and check out the detox book and tell me if it is helpful to you. If you are not a subscriber already, subscribe now and hit the notification button until I find my consistency, you guys. But I am dropping a detox series every month for the next 12 months so you can help yourself. In the meanwhile, I shall see you guys on the next video, and I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope that you make a difference and be confident enough to go the holistic route, because I personally think it's the best route. Don't do it when you're already in your worst state. Do it while you feel like you're in a healthy space and you can turn things around before things get started. I am your holistic practitioner, Aset. Until then, ciao.